Welcome to today's explainer. Look, there is a massive shift happening right now that is literally rewiring how businesses get discovered online. If you've been feeling like the ground beneath your digital marketing is just kind of giving way, you are definitely not alone. We're officially moving out of the traditional SEO era, search engine optimization, and diving headfirst into the age of GEO, which stands for Generative Engine Optimization. Let's get right into it.
To really grasp the scale of what we're talking about, just think about this number. You might already be feeling what industry folks are calling the Hubspot effect. We are talking about a totally staggering 47% drop in organic click-through rates whenever an AI overview pops up. I mean, let that sink in for a second. Nearly half of your traditional clicks, gone. But listen, it's not a penalty. It isn't some weird glitch in the matrix. This is a fundamental structural correction in how the internet actually works. So obviously, you're probably asking, well, where on earth did my traffic go? The truth is, it didn't just vanish into thin air. It's being intercepted by a completely new way of searching. People just aren't clicking those top-of-funnel informational blog posts anymore, mostly because, well, they don't have to. The AI is reading them and synthesizing the answer directly right there on the results page. So today, we're going to run through a quick 5-step playbook to help you adapt. We'll cover the arrival of the answer economy, how to actually speak the AI's language, building trust with hard evidence, why we're pivoting from vanity metrics to value, and then wrap up with specific playbooks for B2B and e-commerce. Let's dive in.
All right, Section 1, the answer economy arrives. Let's break down how this major shift in consumer behavior is taking shape.
Now, the big elephant in the room. Is traditional SEO totally dead? Well, no. Google still absolutely dominates with about 86% of the US search market. But SEO as we knew it has evolved. You really can't just optimize for those classic 10 blue links anymore because you'd be optimizing for a version of the web that's basically fading away. We're moving from a world built on human-centric clicks to one driven by agent-first discovery. This analogy hits the nail on the head perfectly. We've shifted from a link economy to an answer economy. Think of the link economy like a dusty library catalog. It points you to an aisle and says, hey, good luck, go read the books to find your answer. It's full of friction. But the answer economy? That's like having a hyper-smart personal concierge. It reads all those books for you, synthesizes everything, and just hands you the exact, verified answer on a silver platter. So your new goal isn't to just be a book sitting on a shelf. You need to be the definitive source of truth that the concierge actually cites. So how exactly does this concierge work behind the scenes? Well, it uses a generative engine workflow. AI doesn't just do basic keyword matching anymore. It takes a complex question like, say, find me a sustainable running shoe under $150, and it breaks it down. It reformulates the query, hunts for sources, summarizes the data, and then spits out a fully cited response. If you want to be recommended, you have to make sure your data is super easy to extract during that summary phase. Moving on to Section 2, speaking the AI's language. If we want that AI concierge to pick us, we literally have to learn its language. And the absolute foundational tool for this is Schema Markup. You can think of Schema exactly like a nutritional label, but for your digital content. You see, AI models are incredibly smart, but they absolutely hate uncertainty. When an AI scans a plain web page, it's essentially guessing. Is this paragraph a product description? Is it a mission statement? Just some random blog post? Schema takes all that guesswork out of the equation by explicitly labeling what your content actually is. So instead of making the AI guess, you use specific tags. Labeling things like product, price, availability, or an FAQ gives the AI total machine-readable confidence. And this is huge because 46% of ChatGPT bot visits actually start in reading mode, meaning they only see plain code, no pretty visuals. If your price or your specs are stuck inside an image or buried in a messy paragraph, the AI is just going to miss it and move straight to a competitor who labeled their stuff properly. Section 3. Building trust with evidence. Because, just being readable isn't quite enough. We also have to prove to the AI that we're highly credible. I love this quote from e-commerce expert Ben Solomon because it perfectly describes the human moat. We're currently seeing a flood of what industry insiders call AI slop, just endless, generic, auto-generated garbage content. Because of this, search engines and users are facing a massive trust vacuum. So AI systems are now acting a lot like investigative journalists. They are desperately hunting for verifiable, human-backed, credible sources. You earn those coveted citations by providing hard facts, not just fluffy marketing copy. And the best way to present those facts? Evidence tables. Generative engines absolutely love pulling facts out of clean, structured formats. Building clear, data-dense tables ensures that your specific specs, like safety ratings or material details, get pulled right into the AI's reasoning chain. Think about it. If someone asks an AI, what's the safest material for a toddler's toy? A well-structured evidence table makes it insanely easy for the AI to grab your specs and cite you as the authoritative answer.
Oh, right. Section 4, chasing value, not vanity. Embracing this means a pretty big mindset shift in how we actually measure our success.
We really need to stop obsessing over vanity traffic and pivot hard toward value traffic. Remember that 47% drop we talked about earlier? Well, honestly, a huge chunk of that was just vanity traffic. People asking quick questions, getting the AI summary, and bouncing. But the folks who actually bother to click through an AI citation, oh, they're a completely different story. They're hyper, high-intent, decision-ready buyers who just use the AI to do all their heavy lifting.
To put that into perspective, traffic that comes from AI platforms like Perplexity or Claude has a mind-blowing 14.2% conversion rate. Now, compare that to just 2.8% for your traditional organic search. So yeah, your overall web traffic might drop by 30%, but that means something totally different if your conversion rate suddenly skyrockets. It's really about the quality of the wallet now, not just the quantity of eyeballs.
And because static ranking positions are basically a thing of the past, traditional rank tracking is becoming pretty useless. You can't just boast about being rank 1 on Google anymore. Instead, we have this crucial new metric called share of model. This tracks how often a specific large language model actually recommends your brand when someone asks about your category. If you've got a 40% share of model, you are the top of mind suggestion for that AI. It's literally the digital equivalent of being the very first product a salesperson points to when you walk into a store.
Okay, final section, number 5, B2B versus e-commerce playbooks. Let's look at how to actually implement all of this based on your specific industry.
So B2B companies really need to focus their playbook on building an enterprise fortress. That means making dense PDFs, white papers, and API docs totally readable for enterprise AI agents like Microsoft Copilot. Why? Because B2B decision makers use AI to do deep comparative analysis. They need hard data, not fluff. On the flip side, e-commerce brands need to go all in on structured product data and verified reviews, because the AI is actively scanning the shopping graph looking for highly specific product attributes.
And for e-commerce, user-generated content is an absolute secret weapon right now. Customer reviews are way more than just social proof. They are actually fresh training data. A basic product description is static, but a review that says, hey, these boots held up great on sharp rocks, but felt a little tight after mile 10. That is net new experiential information. AI engines aggressively boost this kind of content because it shows real, verified human experience, something an AI simply cannot fake or hallucinate. So, to wrap up today's explainer, the game has officially changed from ranking to citation. Zero-click is the new normal. We have to shift our thinking from the old link economy to the new answer economy. Be sure to use Schema Markup religiously as your digital nutritional label. Start measuring your share of model instead of those old vanity metrics. And above all, make sure your site is packed with machine-readable evidence.
I'll leave you with this final, kind of wild thought for your own business. We are hurtling toward a reality of agent-to-agent commerce. Pretty soon, a customer might not even visit your website at all. Their personal AI will literally negotiate directly with your site's AI. So when that personal AI goes shopping, are you structured cleanly enough to be the answer it confidently chooses? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and definitely start auditing your digital presence today. Catch you next time.